Good
Good
evening.
evening there. How are you doing today?
Yes, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. What about you, sir?
I'm doing excellently. I'm in excellent shape and even finer spirits. Life is treating me well. I've got no reason to complain. You don't look like a Santosh, right?
Sir, why? Why you are saying this?
Because that's a typically male name, right? Is this your and sometimes what happens is that learners come here on different accounts, maybe on the account that has been created by their husband or their father, roommate. It happens. So which is why I'm doubting. Which is why I did not use your name before. I wanted to, I just wanted to ascertain. I just wanted to confirm that is your name, right?
Yes, sir. In our state, it's a gender neutral name, and my name is given to me by my grandmother, and
Okay.
so I think that in my name it's her blessings. So yes.
Obviously, and no disrespect intended. It was just a slight misgiving that I had, and I did not want to offend you inadvertently by
No,
making.
sir. No, not at all. I'm not. I'm used to of this situation. Actually, everyone they come across that to me. They usually they think that it's male name, and mostly I asked this question. I'm
A
asking.
little bit of clarification you always need to provide regarding
Yes,
your name. Okay.
yes, sir. Yes.
All right. Then I'm not. I might not be stepping on any toes. You said I am used to of this situation. Okay. I want you to
I'm
correct.
used to, yes, sir. This is my common mistake, and I always use this mistake. And earlier, one or two times, my tutor pointed out this mistake, and I don't know. This is on my tongue, and I know I should not use two prepositions together, but I have to unlearn this
Ah,
and
it's much
gradually.
more difficult to unlearn than it is to
Yes,
imbibe new information. Because
yes,
what you have to do is you have to kill muscle memory that has already become entrenched in your mind. Right? It has already been embedded for a long period of time. You've been utilizing it time and time again. So you have to basically kill old muscle memory. You have to create new muscle memory by catching
true.
yourself every time that you if you commit a misstep, rectifying it on the spot. If you do it n number of times, if you do it enough number of times, it will start appearing. The new muscle memory will form, and you will start saying the right thing in the first attempt itself. So what should you say? How would you correct this sentence?
Hmm. Sorry, sir. Which sentence?
Same sentence. I'm used to of this situation. Which preposition would you
I
remove?
was used to this situation.
Okay, I am used to. You
Yes.
can add another verb there. I'm used to dealing with this situation.
Okay.
Okay, that
I'm
would probably
used to
be even more clear.
I'm used to dealing this situation. Okay.
So, Santosh, I think this is the first time that we have come across each other, and
Yes.
we've had the privilege to interact with each other. So, I guess, in the interest of observing customs, it would be a good idea to exchange some information about each other before proceeding with this session, right? So, I
Sure,
would
sir.
like to introduce myself briefly, and then I would like to hand over the dais to you so that you can do the same. All right.
Sure, sir.
So, as you already know, my name is Abhishek. I have been a communications coach and an English instructor for more than a decade now. I come
Okay.
from a small town in the state of Bihar, and in my leisure time, I love listening to Hindi classical music. A little bit of Bollywood music is also thrown in the mix, and interacting with people hailing from diverse cultural and professional backgrounds is a keen interest of mine, which gets satiated here quite often because I get to see new faces like yours, hear new stories, fresh perspectives on a regular basis. That's very rewarding. And that's all about me, apart from the fact that I'm glad to be your tutor for the evening. And yeah,
Wonderful.
Wish, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. As you know, my name is Santosh Sharma. I'm from Himachal Pradesh, and
Uh-huh.
I am a homemaker and mother of a grown-up boy. And in my leisure time, yes, I love listening to music and love to dancing. And I'm an avid nature lover and travel enthusiast. That's more or less about me.
Well, I'm sure that you live in a place that is nestled in the lap of nature with a lot of verdance and greenery around you. So that
Yes,
would probably explain you being an avid nature lover, right? But you
Yes.
also said I love to dancing.
Yes, sir.
Any errors there? Any errors that you can spot?
I love to dance. I
Ah,
love dancing or I love to dance.
yes. Either of those would have been fine, right? But not
Yes.
a combination of the two.
Yes.
All right. So, what kind of music are you into, Santosh?
Sir, diverse kind of different kind of music I can listen. I love. Sometimes it depends upon my mood. Sometimes I love to listen classical music. Sometimes classical instrumental, or Hindi Bollywood songs, or folk songs of my state, or adjacent states like Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, and Uttarakhand. Yes, I also love to listen to these
When
kind.
listening to folk songs from neighboring states, doesn't the language barrier become a concern for you? Like in
Yes, that's a little bit I can understand. Which song I can understand. Yeah, I love to listen those, and the language is quite similar. Like I can understand Punjabi, Haryanvi, Rajasthani, and Garhwali. I can't say Uttarakhandi, but yeah, I enjoy the music of uh, that state also.
even Rajasthani, I don't believe is a language, right? Even Rajasthan, for example, people speak Marwadi, and Marwadi as a language. I have been to Rajasthan. I've stayed in Rajasthan for 5 years because my college education happened there, and I
Okay.
never got a whiff of the language, the local tongue. I never could wrap my head around it. Like it's still gibberish to me. It's still all Greek for me. So I'm surprised that you don't belong to Rajasthan, but you are still able to comprehend and
A little bit,
interpret.
not in that depth. Easy words I can understand, which are quite similar to our language or Hindi. Those.
Okay.
Yes.
Because folk songs they can be quite poetic, right? For example, I think I was watching a reel a couple of days ago. A young boy singing a Haryanvi song, a Haryanvi folk song. Uh, Something Palla Latke or something like that. That was the title of the. And I was very interested in trying to understand the lyrics, but no matter how much I tried, I failed abysmally at that endeavor. So, which is why it's a little bit surprising for me that.
Sometimes,
And,
yes, sometimes I only enjoy the music. Uh,
uh,
yes, I don't
do
go
you
in the depth of lyrics.
do you understand what a kindred spirit is, Santosh?
No,
I've
sir.
written it in your chat window. A
Okay, sir.
kindred spirit. So, a person after your own
Indeed.
heart. Wonderful. So yeah, can you see what I have written in your chat window?
Yes, sir. Kindred spirit, a person after your own heart.
So this is what I wanted to say to you when you said, I like listening to folk music, and I focus mostly on the instrumentalization and the sound design rather than interpreting the lyrics. So I am a person exactly, like you in those terms, at least in those aspects. So which is why I wanted to say that you are a kindred spirit. But I did
Okay.
not know whether you would understand it or not. So that is why I introduced it first. And now you can use it also, right? So
Okay,
tell
sir.
me a little bit about your journey, Santosh, on like how long have you been with us? Why do you want to elevate your communication skills? What are you working on? What are your shortcomings? And
Yes, sir.
what do you want me to focus on?
I have started my English learning journey in the month of February this year. And
Oh,
earlier in the month of January, I started listening to those conversational videos on YouTube. And from there, I got to know about audio call apps. And
okay.
in the initial days, I was little bit skeptical whether I should use these apps. They would they be safe for me or not? So then, yes, and after thinking 1 month, long 1 month, then I thought that yes, no matters. First of all, I should give it a try, and then I installed one app, that is CB app. and used it, and it was a very good experience. And whenever I started talking on that app, first time I was fumbling, I was shivering, and I was not able to speak even a single sentence. uh,
Okay.
yes. And gradually I gained confidence, and I started talking comfortably. I was feeling comfortable. And in the I used it for the 40 to 50 days regularly.
Okay.
I was consistent. After that I was not consistent. I use it off and on, sometimes after 1 week, sometimes after 15 days. And then in the month of September, I thought that I should come out of my comfort zone, and
Mhm.
uh, mailed so many YouTubers to have a session with them on video call. And same happened with me again. I was not confident in front of camera, and I was fumbling a lot and camera shy, feeling camera shy. So gradually I gathered confidence.
Mhm.
And then in the month of October, during the Shara, I subscribed to this EnglishYaari app, and now I'm taking sessions from EnglishYaari tutors.
Splendid. A little bit of just out of curiosity, I want to know why were you concerned about safety when it came to going on some calling
Yes.
apps?
I'm not that much exposed, as I'm staying at home for the last 20 to 25 years. I just immersed myself in raising my child and forgot about everything. So I'm not that much. Uh, I can say I was an introvert kind of person, and I was thinking that will it be safe for a woman to talk to strangers? That
Okay.
was my yes,
Okay, okay. You being a woman, that kind of explains it,
yes, yes, sir.
because there are a variety of people out there, a
Yes.
plethora of very undesirable kinds of proclivities swimming around in the ether,
True,
which is
sir.
why if you get in contact with a person with a malicious mindset,
Yes,
there have been some adverse consequences, right?
yes. But here I want to say one thing that after using these kind of apps, you come to know that how to deal with such kind of people, unwanted people, and how to be brave and how to be strong.
That's true. Yeah,
Yes.
exposure therapy removes a lot of fright
Hesitation. Yes.
and hesitation. Yes, definitely. A lot of misgivings, a lot of reservations that you might have about your own capabilities disperse. Once you start again coming out of your shell and grabbing the bull by its horn, basically.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
And I observed that taking the first step is whenever you are starting your journey, taking the first step is the toughest task. And if you have taken that step, then gradually you will be used to, and the path automatically you will find your path.
That's true. Yeah, things become increasingly simpler with
Yes,
every step that you take, right? And it becomes progressively. You fall into a rhythm after a certain period of time, and that
yes,
rhythm then basically transports you to your destination slowly, slowly. It
true.
becomes part of your second nature. So, what are you currently focusing on, Santosh? Because the way that you speak right now, I can see that you don't make a lot of grammatical mistakes. You seem to have built up, or you already had, a very appreciable grammatical instinct. Your sentence construction seems fine. You sometimes use some advanced vocabulary also. So, what are you focusing on right now?
Sir, I want to be a good communicator, and it's my as speaking this language is my passion. And nowadays, I'm following my passion, and I'm so happy. And I just want to be a good communicator, so people love to listen to me. That's why I'm learning
You
this
you
language.
don't have any specific parameters for me to focus on. It's just that you want to engage in thought provoking conversations, and you want to practice and keep on learning some new things, right? If you are making any mistakes, you want me to give you feedback. If I can suggest better vocabulary for what you are saying, that is what you expect.
Yes, sir.
Am I making any assumptions?
Yes, sir. And in future, I just want to join Toastmaster organization.
Mhm. Okay. So public speaking is on the horizon, basically
Yes, sir.
for you. Your
Yes,
target.
sir. I'm aiming
I'm
at.
certain. I'm certain that very soon that would be a real possibility for you. Again, it will require a little bit of intrepidness. It will require a little bit of courage for you, to foray.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm thinking that's why I'm a bit hesitant whether it is the right time for me to join or I should take some more time to join that
Any
organization.
time is the right time, I would say. Any time is the right time. You would never feel sure-footed enough if you are a perfectionist, for example, and if you have self doubts, if you are self critical, you would never feel as if you are on 100% preparation. That is never
Yes,
going to happen if you are truly invested in emotionally invested in this, in accomplishing whatever, right? You'll never feel that you are completely prepared. So any time is as good as any other time. So, and right now I think you have all the necessary fundamental building blocks in the right places. So public speaking could be a nice little diversion for you, diversification, not a diversion, nice little diversification for you at this moment. Right now what you're doing is you're speaking to one person at a
yes, sir.
time, which is relatively speaking, uh, it does not require, not mildly intense. I would not say that it is not an onerous as a task. It is not as intimidating an endeavor as speaking in front of 50 people or 100
50.
people, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
that is much more frightening. That requires much more courage.
True.
So i
True.
think i think you're ready.
Yes,
I would go like,
in the school days, I was a timid, shy kind of child, and I have a stage fear. So I just want to face it. I
everybody has stage fear. Let me tell you something, Santosh. I have, in my school time also, I was also a very timid, very shy, very reserved, very reticent kind of fellow. I had a very small s- social group, and I was not very outgoing, not very outspoken at all. But I was a performer. I used to sing, and uh, whenever any person, no matter how sure-footed, no matter how self-assured he is, any person steps onto a stage where more than 20-25 pairs of eyes are looking at him, he would definitely feel a sinking sensation in the pit of his stomach. He or she, whatever, right? Whatever, whoever that person is, definitely would go through
yes,
the same rigors that precede any sort of performance, right? Performance
yes,
anxiety will always be there, and the only way to counter that is again exposure, right? You get on stage the first time, you will probably make the most number of mistakes, and they would start getting nominally better with every next attempt, with every next venture. So
yes,
yeah, you should probably go ahead and start exposing yourself at an early time. No, unless you have a very solid reason, unless you have a very pertinent reason, grounds for staying away. If not,
Mhm.
then just if it is just self doubt, then I think that it is the time is nigh, right? That you should
Thank you,
venture.
sir, for encouraging me.
Obviously, it's part of the job, and I feel you deserve it. I feel that you are able to you know express yourself pretty distinctly, with precision, with clarity. So that is all that is required. Now all you need is practice. And I think at this point also you realize that you have learned a lot of English, what you had to learn, right? And now you would be getting marginally better with practice. Every time that you
Yes, sir.
engage in conversation with a
Practice is the key. Whatever you want to do in your life, practice is the key. You can't achieve
exactly,
anything without practice.
that's
And
true.
yes, and nowadays, yes, I am doing shadowing practice and reading out loud. And these two things are helping me a lot.
Wonderful. What are you watching? Like, I wanted to ask you, speaking, are you still on the CV app, for example? Apart from EnglishYaari, do you get any speaking practice?
Mm, not that frequent. Once in a blue moon, I use. If someone from my friend list, they will call me, then definitely I will pick the call if I have a time. Otherwise, I'm not using CBS.
Okay. If someone from my friend list will call me, if I have a time, I will pick up, right? So, two mistakes here. Small mistakes, but I would feel remiss if I did not point them out.
Yes, sir.
First of all, when we make conditional sentences like this, you know, the condition has to be in the present tense, and the outcome has to be in the future tense.
Future tense.
So this is something that we do in Hindi also. In Hindi, we say, for example, it is wrong to say कि अगर आप मुझे पढ़ाएंगे तो मैं पास कर जाऊंगा. It is wrong. You should
Yes.
say अगर आप मुझे पढ़ाते हैं तो मैं पास कर जाऊंगा. So that
Yes,
the
sir.
condition remains in the present tense. So you should
Yes.
say if somebody from my friend list calls me, right? And then you should say, and if I have the time, not a time. Time, first of all, is not countable, so you can't say a time, but
Okay.
you can say the time, because if you're talking about a specific time period,
Specific time.
the time to unwind, for example, or the time to relax, or the time to look after my children. So any specific kind of time you're looking for or you're referring to, then you can use the with it. Okay, so here you are talking about the time to interact. So it is specific. So you can say, if I have the time, then I engage in a conversation. At home, do you think you have a speaking partner at home? Like your husband, for example, or any of your children?
We have a single child, and now he has joined his job. And
Uh,
if I talk about my husband, yeah, for some time, if we start speaking in English, then gradually after one two sentences we switch to Hindi, because we feel more connected in the our mother tongue. That's why.
Obviously.
Yes, sir.
Those are some very predictable issues or challenges, like very predictable challenge. People get awkward whenever
Yes, sir.
they engage in a conversation in English with people that they're not used to having conversation with. So that impediment is kind of very obtrusive, very very in your face. But if you really want to improve, and if you don't want to rely on applications to do that, with a little bit of perseverance, I think that you can overcome that embarrassment and really convince, you know if you have the correct mindset, if you have like a stoic mindset, I will not give up. Okay, I will not allow you to go back to switch to Hindi, to revert to your mother tongue. Then you can compel your partner also. The wife generally is more powerful in the relationship. The husband cannot really compel the wife to do anything.
I'm not agree with you, sir. I'm not agree at this point.
I don't know about your personal life, but that is generally what I see. If I want my wife to do something, well, it's very likely that she will not probably do it just because I want her. But if she wants me to do something, well, I have to comply. Otherwise, I'll not have a bed to sleep in. It's, yeah, like emotional manipulation. There is a higher power with the wives in this. So you can actually force your husband also. Anyhow, why I'm saying this is because if you miss out on the opportunity of getting speaking practice in your domestic environment, it can be a very life altering kind of decision. If you actually, if you have to resort to other avenues, if you have to go on a different app, for example, in order to get speaking practice, it will not be as favorable and as beneficial for you, uh, when compared to, suppose, if you have no
Yes.
a person sitting right in front of you, a person that you already have an established rapport with, somebody who knows you in and out, and somebody who understands whatever you're trying to say before you even say it, right? You can have a variety of conversations with him. What about listening practice? Like,
Yes, sir.
do you watch English movies? Not just English conversation videos. Do you watch English movies? Do you consume any English content?
No movies. I'm not a movie buff, but I'm thinking that I should start watching movies.
You don't need to be a movie buff in the contemporary time. Everybody consumes some sort of content. We are
Yes, sir.
inundated with content all around us. Either people consume content on social media or on YouTube or on some OTT platforms, or just watching TV, just listening to radio, whatever. We are always consuming some content. In the contemporary time, it would be you would be hard pressed to find a person who's so austere that he like stays away from any kind of content at all. So I'm sure you must be consuming some content here and
Yes,
there. You
sir.
just have to find
Conversational videos and BBC Animal Planet. I love to
some.
watch it. Yes.
Okay, again, you are a kindred spirit. I absolutely adore, wildlife journalism, whether it comes from BBC or from any other outlet. So yeah, on YouTube, like BBC,